Hi and welcome to the channel. Now in this video what I want to do is a little bit of small rewiring to some of the auxiliary switches that I have fitted here to the Mini. You will have seen in a previous video that I fitted a spotlight cover to the rear reversing light spot that I have fitted. So basically what I have is I have it switched down here below the main switch panel, but what I want to do is, as you see, there's no heater in the Traveller. What I want to do is to refit a heater back into the car again, just for a bit of demisting and so on, a little bit of heat, even though I use the car only in the summers, but here in Northern Ireland we do get cooler days even in the summer. So what I want to do is to remove the switch panel from down here where I have it actually screwed up to where the heater mounts into, and move it over to the door bin where I have a switch panel already made. I have some switches in it, so I was kind of future-proofing the car. So what I want to do then is to bring the wiring for the reversing light over here to the door, where it's a little bit more easy to reach. If I'm sitting at the wheel, I want to reverse, I can flick the switch here easier rather than have to reach down and find the one under the switch panel. So yeah, so that's what I want to do today. Move the wiring. I'll take you through that there. I'm not an auto electrician at all, so my wiring skills wouldn't be the world's best, but yeah, I'll do my best anyway, and hopefully it'll all work. And then going on future wise, there will be a heater being refurbished and refitted under here. I won't be fitting the Mark 1 recirculator type. I do have a couple of Mark 3, Mark 4 type single speed fans, so I will be refurbishing one and fitting it in here. So because I've seen the wiring out of the front half wiring of the car is from an 84 Mini, and I actually believe the heater I have is from that actual car that the wiring loom came from. So it should be only a matter of plug and play, but I want to check that it doesn't have a leaking matrix, and just check that all the seals now are okay there, so we get some form of decent heat. So yeah, first thing to do is take the switch panel out. It needs a little bit of a tidy up, and then we'll see about how we reroute the wiring. It's on days like these that I'm really glad that I have a garage to work in. My garage mightn't be the world's biggest, but yeah, at least it's dry and it's warm. So anyway, let's get back to what we're doing here. So basically what I need to do is I need to take out the switch panel. As I said, there's a little bit of chipping and so on going on there. I wasn't able to get crinkle finish, but I have got black paint, so I'll just do it black as it is. As in, these initially were wired up so that eventually I would have offside and rear side and near side switches for these little lights, which are down here, although they do have their own little switch here. So these are actually from the rear pockets of early Mini Deluxes, and Cooper S's I think had them as well. So what I want to do is get these wired up again as well. I modified them to fit into here. These will then become reversing light, and I do want to put a boot light in as well at some point, and I'll still have a second or third one there going spare, so use it for something. So first thing to do is I have a series of self taps across there. What I will do in the future is eventually I'll put in riv nuts here and put them in nice little Allen key type ones, but take these out at the minute. So put you in here, and first thing we do is pull these out. Getting quite windy out there. I don't know if you can hear it through the mic or not, but yeah, I'm really glad I'm indoors working today. Okay, so what I'm going to do is get this out. Just made it quite a snug fit. So there we have. It's got a little bit bent, so There we have that out. So it's got a little bit bent there, so you straighten that again, and there's that little light on switch, which is actually from, I took it off its original mount. So yeah, this is ready to get a little bit of a tidy up. So let's bring it over to the bench. Okay, so first thing to do is take the switches off it. So get the switches off. I'll take these little labels off. I give it a rub down, actually even just straightening that actually took more paint off as well. So, and then I will give it a coat of paint. So yeah, first things first is let's get these switches off. So, okay, so next thing I'll do is I'll work at this off camera, give it a coat of paint. You don't really need to see more things being painted. You've seen enough of that on this channel of late. Yeah, and then we'll go over and we'll take a look at the car while this is drying, and we'll figure out how we reroute the wiring. Okay, so I've had a little bit of a rethink. So the wiring was up here. I already have that taken off. And what I was intending to do was to bring the wire under the dashboard and probably terminating it here with a multi-plug, which then I can then create a separate loom for the switch panel that was mounted here. But that would have meant drilling a hole in the door anywhere around here, and these are the original doors on this car. They're not the best doors in the world. I don't mind drilling a couple of screw holes to mount my panel in, but I am loath to drill a hole, big enough hole in here. So what I have thought about doing instead, I'm going to keep the little mounts here. I'll probably not put any wiring into it, but what I was thinking of doing is I don't actually have a cup holder in this car, and I do like my coffee, so I've been on the internet and I have found cup holder insert. So this is actually, I've already measured this, and this is a perfect size for the cup holder insert to go in. I can put a can of Coke or whatever, a coffee mug, cup or something like that in, if I'm at a show or something, so I'll not spill it in the car. So I'm thinking of doing that instead. And to mount the switch, I already have it taken off, but I had a bracket on here with a rev counter and a couple of auxiliary gauges, and I'm thinking that I do actually have space on that to mount the switch on the mounting, which would mean it'd be right at my hand and it'd be so easy to get to whenever I need to use the reversing light. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so I've now refitted the panel. It's now been repainted. It looks a lot neater. I've refitted it. I still have a switch in there, but that's just filling a hole at the minute. And my cup holder will go here. So I have to order those up. I found them online, so they're not too dear. So I get a couple of those, and they're actually have like a little chrome ring on them, so it'll actually sit in and be smart in here. There's two of them, so I can put one over there. So which means Teddy can have one. I'll have one at this side, and I think that looks smart, and it'll mean I don't have to drill the car. I'll not have any exposed wires running across here as well, which was always going to look untidy. And up in here I can tuck the wires in behind the dash panel, and it'll be nice and neat. So yeah, hopefully this will look much better. Hi folks, so kind of lost the light now. We don't have great light here in the garage, so that's something I'm going to have to sort out in the future. But anyways, we've got the wiring sorted out for the rear reversing light. So like I said, I just couldn't bring myself to drill in the door of the Mini at all. So definitely think I'm going to go down the cup holder route. I've actually literally just ordered the cup holder sleeves that go into them. I do have a hole cutter big enough and all too, so, and I've measured it and it's perfect, so that's going to be fitted whenever they come. Who knows when that might arrive, because they are coming from Japan or China, I think. But so yeah, that'll tidy up the door pockets without the need for drilling them. And what I've done is used the existing switch panel for the auxiliary gauges for the mounting position for the switch, which is a great place for it actually in hindsight. It's so close to the steering wheel, it's really handy. So yeah, I'll spin you around and show you what I've done. Okay, so there it is. I've rerouted the wiring from underneath the switch panel here, where it was before, under the dash, and actually came up through the back of the dash panel here, and it's all nicely hidden away. So what brings it up now to the switch panel there. So driving away, if you need in reverse, stick the car in reverse. If it's dark, I can just flick it on and it's at perfect reach for it as well. So yeah, very happy with it. Don't need any really lights on it. Obviously ups, off, downs on, and we'll know if it's on. This is a type of little switch I was using here, but I just thought that sitting up on the dash would be far too modern, like up on the dash. Down the door pockets, you don't really see it, it's not too bad, but these are way too modern for the 60s look. So I had these switch extensions, the Works Speedwell style switch extensions, and they were a bit loose on the switch itself. So yeah, nice wee quick easy fix. A few rolls of insulation tape around that, made it, thickened that up. That went on nice and neat and tidy, and yeah, it keeps the period look with having a modern switch. And the reason I use these is because they're such very thin there as well, and it fitted in perfectly between the two gauges as well. So yeah, very happy with that. So that's another job off the list of things on the Traveller. So yeah, very happy with that. So there you are, folks. That's the end of another one. As you see, we've lost the light now. So yeah, glad to get another little job wrapped up. That's something I'd been looking to do for a while now, but it went a little bit differently from what I was originally looking to do. But I think putting the switch on the dash panel was a much better idea than trying to get it down into the door pocket. So I think it's much neater, and I think it maybe more of an OEM look about it. So really happy with the way that turned out. So yeah, thanks very much for watching. If you have enjoyed this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up, and remember to hit that red subscribe button as well before you go if you think I've earned it. Really keen to get more subscribers if I can. Love to see people subscribing. It shows that I'm doing something that you're interested in. And remember to hit that little bell icon as well, and it'll give you notification of future videos. Incidentally, there will be another video coming out this time next week, which again I've already filmed as well for it, and yeah, it'll be hopefully editing, and that will be finished soon as well. So yeah, that's something that I've been hoping to get done for a while now for the Traveller. I finally got around to getting it designed and fabricated, so it's something which is mainly for aesthetics. I don't think it'll be for much use other than looking good at shows. So yeah, so stay tuned, and hopefully you'll enjoy that one as well. So yeah, nothing else really to say except thanks again for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.